There were actually requests from breast cancer survivors for physical activity programs and weight loss programs.
I was ready to start taking charge of my life.
We have a chance of improving the quality of life among breast cancer survivors who are African American women.
I think it gives breast cancer survivors, especially African American breast cancer survivors, the information that they need about how to improve their health habits.
I think this is a nice way to kind of offer women who've completed treatment to still do something active and feel like they can take charge of their health as they begin their sort of survivorship journey.
There are approximately 12 million cancer survivors in the United States alone, and that number grows every year. We know that cancer survivors face a multitude of chronic and late effects of cancer treatment that limit their ability to participate fully in their life roles and decrease their quality of life. NCI's Office of Cancer Survivorship stimulates research and supports research that aims to prevent or ameliorate these chronic and late effects of cancer. There's been an increase in recent years in the number of studies that NCI funds that are devoted to interventions that help survivors increase their physical activity and decrease their weight.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in February of 2008. Well, first I had a biopsy. I had a lumpectomy, then I had a lymph node dissection. I had lymphedema, physical therapy, 6 months of chemo treatment, and about 48 sessions of radiation. So the journey has been long, but somehow at the end of the road it's been worth it. I needed help. I needed to have that extra boost. I knew that the lifestyle that I currently was living in terms of my nutrition and exercise wasn't working. It wasn't working, and I was ready to start taking charge of my life and learning how I could better live it through the nutrition and the exercise program here.
We're in the exercise lab because this is where our study takes place, survivors taking on nutrition and exercise.
This study is very important in light of the fact that obesity is a major health problem in the United States, but particularly among African American Black women. Black breast cancer survivors have an increased chance of having a higher mortality rate, that is poor survivorship, than other populations. So by doing an intervention in breast cancer survivors, we think that by reducing the obesity level will actually help decrease their risk or delay their chances of recurrence of disease.
There are a couple of things that I think are unique about this study. The first is that it's focused on African American breast cancer survivors who are overweight or obese. And secondly, our intervention approach. And so the intervention group actually receives a combination of survivor coaching by phone and also group intervention sessions.
So basically women come in to Georgetown University and they're required to come to 6 group sessions over 12 weeks. During the group sessions, myself and the nutritionist, we give the participants information about nutrition and exercise and how to improve their physical activity and make better food choices.
Usually when I come here, we meet and we go over information, sort of like little assignments we've had in terms of charting what we're eating. We have a pedometer, checking in how many steps we took, and then we'd come downstairs and exercise. We might exercise to, I think one time, a salsa tape. That was fun.
So I think people know what to do. It's just a matter of getting them to do it, and I think that this study is something that is helping African American breast cancer survivors know what they have to do to improve their health.
Oh, I think it's absolutely a great help because it makes you aware of nutrition and exercise that will really help you maintain and strengthen you after the treatment process and in moving forward with your life.
Survivors and their healthcare providers are really looking for interventions that survivors can do that take back the control over their morbidity and mortality risk.
I'm very excited because a lot of times we hear all of the negative statistics about African American women and breast cancer, the higher breast cancer mortality, and often it could feel as if there's very little that can be done to prevent the higher mortality that we see in African American women. And this is something that we can do. It's a fun study. The team is great.
It feels very empowering. It feels that you're not alone. It feels like, yes, you can move forward with your life because it's just hope.